Welcome back to Blitz. Let's hit the phone line with our Blitz phone interview. We welcome Towns County cross-country coach Jeannie Ledford. Coach Ledford, thank you so much for taking time to be with us on the show today.
Thank you for having me. We're real impressed to be on TV.
Well, how is your year going so far relating to your preseason expectations for both the boys and the girls team?
This year, it's the smallest cross-country team that I've ever coached. It's the one that has the best camaraderie. They have very small numbers. I just have the minimum to run, but it has been the strongest team effort as far as how they push each other, how that they work within the team, and they race each other. So in turn, it turns out that they have better times overall because they are so fierce competitors, but yet supportive of each other.
Now, it seems you have a freshman who anchors the girls' squad, Ansley Vardaman. Talk a little about the fantastic year that she's had.
Ansley was very strong as a middle school. She comes from a running family. Last year, Amy Vardaman, her older sister, led our team, and she's also a twin. Taylor is right behind her on the girls' side. Ainsley has done phenomenal this year, just as I knew she would from the transition to Amy into a varsity runner. Every race this season, she has been in the elite pack. It doesn't matter if it was a smaller race or if it's been a larger one like the Unicoi Invitational. She has medaled several times this year. Her PR was done at the Murphy Invitational against the Smoky Mountain Conference, where she did a 21:53, and she's a very well-rounded young lady. She's in the marching band, so I share her weekly with her marching band practices, and she's also a straight-A student, and she's on the Fusion dance team at Brasstown Dance Academy. So she is a phenomenal kid, a phenomenal athlete, and she really makes my job easy. She's tougher on herself. Sometimes I have to dig in and somewhat pull her back out. She's learning to lead. It's always scary to lead. So she's learning to lead, and I just let her go and let her do her thing. She's easy to coach, but she has been a great team leader, even though she's a freshman.
Now, your team, both the boys and the girls this year, are running for a fallen teammate, Bradley Rogers. Talk about his story and what he means to the team.
Bradley Rogers was a middle school student last year, and he had knee pain during cross-country, and he was diagnosed with bone cancer at the end of last cross-country season, just as it finished up. He has had treatment. He has a rod inserted into his leg, and on a follow-up visit, another spot was found below the rod, so he goes back in for treatment. Bradley is my assistant coach, and a lot of these children that I have had, I coached middle school. This year I did retire from middle school just to focus on my varsity team because of the additional teams that have joined our region. I felt like I needed to dedicate more time to them, but Bradley has been a massive inspiration and a massive push force for us. He's going back in for treatment, and what he's facing is pinpointing chemotherapy in hopes that it takes care of it, but because it is located below the rod and the treatment itself, the severity of it, he may be looking at amputation. This child has faced an incredible feat and has given not only his teammates something to look at, but as a coach, I'm supposed to be the strong one. But Bradley has really been that force that has not only taught me, but has taught this school and has taught this community that sometimes it takes a kid to teach us instead of us teaching them. His teammates have had him at every practice install, at every race install. Their T-shirts this year, they put his little name on the sleeve. Before every race, they break it down to Bradley. He has been such a motivator, such an inspiration, and such a courageous kid. He has in his head that once his treatment's over, he's coming back.
Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to him, Coach Ledford, and we appreciate having you on the show and hope the best for your team at the region meet and the rest of the way through the year.
Thank you.
We go from Coach Ledford to Coach Lang.